Welcome back to Queen Reddit. I'm so lost. I just need something to prove what's going on, one way or the other. Please help. I'm coming to y'all asking for help. I'm desperate. I'm a 30-year-old man and my wife is a 25-year-old female. We have a 2-year-old son and we've been married for 5 years now. I'm still technically active duty military, though I'm in the special program because my left arm was partially amputated last year. So I go to rehab appointments and only go into work 2 days per week. We get by, but we are stuck in a partially renovated house because I had gutted the whole house and redid almost everything: floors, electrical, plumbing, etc. Now, because of my left arm, I'm worthless at trying to do projects, which I love doing, and nobody will help me finish them. My wife has been really angry about this, even though I can't do anything until I gain some function back in my hand. My wife is in college. I talked her into going back to get her degree because she had always wanted to. There is an older man in his early 40s that is in her class. I'll call him Gary for this story. Gary is a very wealthy lawyer as well, going back to school just for the hell of it. My wife started studying with Gary because, in her words, he is so much smarter and more responsible than the other people in her classes. Originally, she would go study with him in a group with other students. The study session were always either at the school library or the public library. One day, she was supposed to go study with Gary and another girl at the public library. However, she was gone all day long and got home late at night. I logged into her Find My Mobile account and tried to ping the location, but it wouldn't work. She called me as soon as I did this, and she said she was just now leaving, which seemed weird to me. She also told me that the library wouldn't let them study there, so they had to go to Gary's house. It was almost like she thought I had gotten her location, and she was telling me before I confronted her. Then I find out that the other girl couldn't come because her mom wouldn't let her. She claimed Gary's wife and kids were there, but I don't know. Every time she sees him, she's really mean to me and won't let me touch her. Later, she again went to study with him and again was gone all day. I tried calling her but got no answer. Then I tried Find My Mobile again, but this time her password was different. I tried until I locked myself out, and she instantly called me, saying she was just leaving. When she got home, I got into a huge fight with her because I was already angry, and she was like always, after she's with him, a total B to me. I didn't call her out on anything yet. I tried to log onto our cell provider account, but realized someone had removed all owner privileges from my account, like tracking, messaging, call, and usage data, etc. I still remember her password for that account though, so I log in using that. I see that she has more text messages from this guy's number, I looked it up, than anyone, including me or anyone in her family. There's also pictures sent between both of them. However, it only shows the time and the date of each, not the actual message or the picture. Around this time, she storms downstairs yelling at me for logging into her account and pulling the message history. I confront her about why my permissions were removed, and she claims she doesn't know. She claims I'm being crazy, that she would go with an older guy, that his wife was there, that I'm too jealous to see straight, and I flip out. I yell at her, reminding her that every relationship I've ended with a girl cheating on me, and that she's showing more warning signs than other people who I know for a fact cheated. I tell her how it would devastate me if she was cheating. She said that she would stop talking to him and studying with him, that she would never cheat on me. We hug, make out, make up, etc. I believed her right then, but as a couple of days passed and I watched stories of men dealing with cheating spouses on Reddit, I began to get extremely suspicious again. One thing that I thought was interesting was the fact that when she was telling me the reasons why she wouldn't cheat on me with him, she never mentioned what I would think is the most obvious. I'm a competitive physique bodybuilder, which is a slightly toned down version of bodybuilding that goes for more of a classic beach body look, where you wear board shorts instead of a thong on stage. Even though I'm still rehabbing my arm after 3 surgeries, I have kept myself in incredible shape. I've had to literally tie weights to an arm brace in order to lift for some exercises, but I never stopped. I'm also taller than this guy by 4 inches at least, and I know for a fact I'm better looking. She didn't mention any of that. It's been about a week since I've confronted her, and I need to do more digging. I can't sleep. I can't focus. I'm falling apart. I have to find proof, and I don't know how to go about doing that. That's what I need help with. Does anyone know what I could do to find proof? I don't know any of her passwords besides the cell account one. Edit. I have an update. I just tried to log into my cell account again to see if she stopped messaging him, and my password was changed, and I reset it back to my standard permissions again. She went in to start the phone plan when we got it, because I was always at work during the day. So she is the account holder. When I logged into her account with her password, I used her account to give myself full permissions, which would let me look at all lines on the family plan. So she used my account because she knows my password, changed my password, and removed the permissions already. I know she changed my password because it was saved in Google, and the save password didn't work. It seems really stupid to change my password though. I easily reset it. It just texted a code to my phone. Tomorrow, after work, I'm going to take her old broken phone that she still has a SIM card and get the screen fixed. I did that with an old phone before, and both phones got the text messages. She also logged into a bunch of stuff on that phone, like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, etc. Update! This is the first update. I found out a lot more. She didn't stop texting him. There were messages she had deleted when I compared her texts with the text logs from the cell provider. I also confirmed absolutely that the wife was not there the second time my wife was at his house. I have no confirmation on the first visit, but I don't need it. I still need hard evidence. My buddy and lawyer says, though, this should prove to me what's going on. It wouldn't prove anything in court. I'll go into more detail later. I don't really feel like writing. I'm in the gym, trying to burn out this anger. Just wanted to update everyone. Happy Halloween! P.S. I don't know how to do updates. Pretty sure I did this wrong. Cut me some slack. I never posted on Reddit before this. Update number 2. I'm so lost. So, I've mentioned some of these things in some comments on this and other pages, but I figured I'd consolidate them and add new information. On Halloween, we went to the AP's house for the Halloween party. The guy seemed terrified of me, literally rushing out of a room if he was alone, and I walked in. His wife, seemed really sad the whole time, and he ignored her. She would ask him something, and she was rushing around, taking care of everything and doing all of the cleaning. I watched him and my wife interact. In front of people, they just whispered. But when they'd go off to the side, I saw her hold on his arm a couple of times. The guy is very wealthy. For those of y'all that thought he wasn't, his house is huge and very nice, and he has a huge garage with several very expensive cars. I talked to the wife and helped her with cleaning. Just friendly conversation. I didn't mention suspicions. She seems really nice, kind of timid, really shy, but surprisingly to me, very attractive and not as old as the guy. She's probably only a couple of years older than me. So I guess this guy wasn't doing this because his wife got old and let herself go. He doesn't need a reason to cheat, just does. I'm pretty sure she also knows something is up. When he walked off with my wife one time, she asked him to help her with something, but he ignored her. When I got back home, I told my wife that they seemed like nice people, and I told her that I trust her. I don't. I'm trying to convince her to let her guard down. I managed to see her unlock pattern, and I went through her phone while she was sleeping. Loads of texts have been deleted. I know because I compared the text to the text logs from our cell provider that only show who sent, who received, and what time. But I was able to piece some things together because I also snatched her smartwatch that she hasn't been using from her jewelry box. Lots of texts were on there that filled in the missing pieces. I learned that the second time she studied with him, she wasn't at his house, but he had taken her on a trip in a car he had just bought. They might have done something similar the first time too. I never asked the wife if she was there when they studied, so I don't know, but I'm 100% positive at this point that she has been cheating on me for probably about 2 months now. I think it got physical this last month. So that's where I'm at. I have the VAR and tracker in her car. It lasts for a week. So at the end of each week, I'm going to pull it and check it out. But now, it's just a waiting game. My wife has been trying to convince me with sex, letting me basically use her however I want. I've been wearing a condom though. I've told her it wouldn't be good for her to get pregnant when she's in the middle of school. She doesn't take birth control. She has horrible side effects from every kind she's tried. She's actually got a doctor's appointment because I think I might have given her a hernia or something last time which was last night. It's like night and day compared to before. She wasn't putting out at all. All that does is make her seem more suspicious though. But if I get to her brains out all the time while I wait on her to slip up, it certainly makes this a lot more enjoyable. So basically, I'm just waiting. I told her to go out and study, that I don't want to hold her back, that I trust her. I don't want this to have been something that scares her straight. I know what she did already, and I'll never forgive her for that. I want to give her all the slack she needs to hang herself. This time, I'll be ready. I also installed cameras in the bedroom, foyer, basement, and living room. And I've started going out more often to tempt her to use that time. Thanks for all of the help and support. I was in a rough spot, but I'm doing much better. I have a meeting with my lawyer buddy on the 12th, disguised as a doctor's appointment for my arm. Hopefully, it doesn't take long for her to slip up. I wish I could have controlled myself better or expected more of her sneaking, but I just wasn't prepared. It blindsided me. It's not every day the love of your life A fat old guy